Welcome to the wonderful channel where books are discussed. Yes, there is a summary of this book too. If you're ready, let's get started.
Fyodor Dostoevsky's The Brothers Karamazov is not just a novel about a family torn apart by jealousy, betrayal, and murder. It is also a profound philosophical exploration of faith, morality, and the human soul. Let me take you through this masterpiece step by step. As if we are walking alongside the Karamazov family and watching their lives unfold. At the center of the story stands Fyodor Pavlovich Karamazov. The father, a crude, greedy, and immoral landowner who only cares about pleasure and money. He neglects his children, drinks excessively, and lives without any sense of responsibility. His presence casts a shadow over the entire family, shaping the destiny of his three legitimate sons and, perhaps even one illegitimate one. The oldest son, Dmitri or Mitya, is fiery, passionate, and impulsive. He's the type of man who acts before he thinks, guided more by his emotions than reason. His life is defined by excess, whether in drinking, gambling, or love. The middle son, Ivan, is almost his opposite, an intellectual, rationalist, and skeptic. He's tormented by questions of morality, faith, and whether God truly exists. Then we have the youngest, Alexei, or Alyosha, who is gentle, pure, and deeply spiritual. Unlike his brothers, Alyosha is drawn to religion and guided by the wisdom of a saintly elder at the local monastery. But there is also a fourth Karamazov, Smerdikov, Fyodor's illegitimate son, born from a woman of low status. He grows up as a servant in the household, harboring quiet resentment. While outwardly submissive, Smerdikov is intelligent, manipulative, and secretly dangerous. From the very beginning, the central conflict of the novel is clear. Fyodor Pavlovich and his oldest son, Dmitri, are locked in a bitter rivalry over money and, even worse, over love. Both of them desire the same woman, Grushenka, a beautiful and cunning woman who knows her power over men. Dmitri is hopelessly in love with her, while his father, shamelessly, tries to seduce her with gifts and promises. This rivalry not only humiliates Dmitri, but also pushes him to the brink of rage. Meanwhile, Ivan struggles with his inner world. He cannot accept the injustices of life and wonders how a good God could allow innocent suffering, especially the suffering of children. One of the most famous passages of the novel is Ivan's Grand Inquisitor story, where he imagines a world in which Christ returns, only to be arrested by the church because his message threatens the church's authority. Ivan's ideas reveal Dostoevsky's deep engagement with questions of faith and doubt, good and evil, freedom and responsibility. While Ivan questions and Dmitri fights, Alyosha tries to bring peace. Guided by the elder Zosima at the monastery, Alyosha represents compassion, forgiveness, and faith. He tries to reconcile his brothers and bring harmony to the family, but the destructive passions of the Karamazovs are too strong. The tension builds until the fateful night when Fyodor Pavlovich is found murdered. His head is smashed and his money stolen. Immediately, suspicion falls on Dmitri. After all, he had openly threatened to kill his father in moments of rage, and he desperately needed money to run away with Grushenka. On the night of the murder, Dmitri had been acting suspiciously, trying to borrow money and moving around wildly. All the evidence seems to point to him. But behind the scenes, the truth is more complicated. Smerdikov, the illegitimate son and servant, had been plotting. He resented Fyodor and admired Ivan's intellectual skepticism. He took Ivan's philosophical doubts, his claim that if God does not exist, everything is permitted, and twisted them into an excuse for murder. When the opportunity came, it was Smerdikov who killed Fyodor Pavlovich, though Dmitri remained the prime suspect. The trial of Dmitri becomes the dramatic centerpiece of the novel. In the courtroom, the lawyers and witnesses paint a vivid picture of Dmitri's reckless behavior, his violent temper, and his conflicts with his father. The jury sees a man who could easily commit murder in a fit of rage. Dmitri passionately insists on his innocence, but the circumstantial evidence is overwhelming. The crowd, swayed by emotion and appearances, condemns him. He is sentenced to Siberia to live out his days in exile, far from the woman he loves. Ivan, meanwhile, is tormented by guilt. He knows deep down that his intellectual arguments encouraged Smerdyakov to commit the crime. When he confronts Smerdyakov, the servant calmly admits his guilt, explaining that Ivan's philosophy gave him the courage to kill their father. Smerdyakov then takes his own life, leaving Ivan shattered and near madness. Alyosha, the youngest, remains the soul of the story. In the midst of tragedy and despair, he becomes a source of hope and compassion. Even as his brothers are destroyed by passion and doubt, Alyosha continues to believe in goodness, love, and faith. In the final chapters, we see him surrounded by a group of boys, teaching them kindness and forgiveness, passing on the values of love and unity. Dostoevsky leaves us with a sense that, despite the darkness of human nature, redemption and grace are still possible. The Brothers Karamazov is more than just a murder mystery or a family drama. It's a profound reflection on human freedom, moral responsibility, and the eternal struggle between faith and doubt. Each brother represents a different path. Dmitri, the passionate; Ivan, the intellectual; Alyosha, the spiritual. And together, they embody the conflicts within the human soul itself. So, what do you think about this story? Did you find yourself sympathizing with Dmitri's passion, Ivan's doubts, or Alyosha's faith? Which brother do you think represents the truth of human nature? And what lessons do you take from the Karamazov family's tragedy? If you enjoyed this summary, make sure to subscribe to Fast Book Pod for more in-depth book summaries. And don't forget to like this video to support the channel. Your thoughts and engagement mean the world, so share your reflections in the comments below.
The summary of another book is finished. What did you learn from this book? Have you read it before? Please share your thoughts with us in the comments section. Don't forget to subscribe and like the channel.